May I come in, sir?
Yes, please come.
Good morning. Good afternoon, sir. Good afternoon. Good afternoon, sir. Good afternoon, sir.
Sit down, please.
Thank you, sir.
Dr. Luna,
Yes, sir.
where are you practicing now?
Sir, I have my own clinic.
Your own business, okay. And what do you specialize in?
Sir, currently I'm a general physician and I provide low-cost outpatient consultation services, sir.
Excellent. Online also?
Yes, sir. Some consultations online, but less in number as compared to the office.
So what prompted you to, or motivated you to join the civil services?
Sir, while practicing in the medical profession, I felt that I only get to deal with a certain section of population, whereas the problem is way more deeper than that. And therefore, I decided to go for the civil services. And sir, as they say that by being a doctor, you can serve only few, but by being a civil servant, you can become a doctor to the entire society.
But this is the noblest profession.
Sir, the opportunities in the civil services are very diverse. Plus, it gives me a way forward to be in the policy making, where I can give my own expert advice, which can be beneficial for the population at large. That's what I feel, sir.
So what does the district magistrate do exactly?
Sir, district magistrate is, sir, the chief coordinator of all the various subdivisional offices. And under district magistrate supervision, the chief medical officer is responsible for the health services in a district. But sir, by being in the civil services, I can go up to the level of health secretary and I can contribute much more as compared to being a doctor, sir.
But there is, I don't know how many doctors, we have plenty of doctors in the civil services. I don't know how many of them have become the health secretary.
Sir,
I believe only one, if I remember correctly, I don't know.
Sir, I think that even if I'm not given that opportunity, I can still contribute. For example, sir, Dr. Samit Sharma from Rajasthan, he spearheaded the campaign of generic medicine, sir. And since its inception, sir, it has been very beneficial to the people, especially to the lower income groups who are not able to afford the costly medicine.
Tell me, what do you understand from something called vaccine Maitri?
Sir, Vaccine Maitri was an initiative of India, and under this initiative, sir, free vaccines were given to the countries who were in need, especially in the African region and the Latin American regions. And through this, we were able to deliver a large doses of COVID vaccines to sir different nations, and that has helped building good relations with them.
There was a debate that while in India it was spreading quite a lot and you are still supplying it outside. Do you think it was a valid debate?
Sir, I think that it was not a valid debate because with regards to the availability and stock of the vaccine, sir, we were self-sufficient. So the Vaccine Maitri initiative was a great initiative as it would forwards our soft policy interest and strategic interest in other nations, as well as it also is a reflection of our values that we reflect on an international scale. So I think that that debate was not very important.
One last question. What is your takeaway from this G20 summit that we had?
Sir, my takeaway from G20 summit is that currently the issues that we are facing as a country are also the issues various other countries are facing in the world. So if we want to find the solutions to those issues, then we should work in a comprehensive manner and we should synergize our effort because our problems are no more restricted to borders. For example, the COVID-19 pandemic and the ongoing financial slowdown. So the borders has increased. So we have to strengthen and scale our efforts to deal with those problems.
Thank you. Krishan.
Yes, sir.
You said that you want to join civil service because of the policy making role and diverse opportunities.
Yes, sir.
What kind of policy making role you will have if in Indian Audit and Account Service?
Sir, if I'm given an opportunity to make policy in other departments, sir, my first approach would be to imbibe a health-centric approach towards.
You know what is the job of Audit and Account Service?
Sir, I can bring different expertise into the policy making, like the values that I've learned.
Who makes policy in a democracy? Public policy. Who makes that? Who makes public policy?
Sir, the government makes the policies.
Not the people?
Sir, on the advice of and inputs of the people, the government decides
So to
the
me,
policy.
your reason of leaving a Nobel professor like medicine doesn't sound convincing. Can you give a better reason why you want to come in? Be honest.
Sir, by coming into civil services, sir, it will give me an opportunity to engage with people on a more deeper level, as well as.
Why? Suppose you are in a defense state service, how do you engage with people?
Sir, by.
Civil service is very diverse.
Yes, sir.
You don't know in which service you land up.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, you are a doctor, you wanted to become a health secretary one day, correct?
Yes,
That's
sir.
aspiration. Define health.
Sir, health is defined as per WHO as a state of complete physical, mental, and social well-being, and not merely absence of disease or defect.
That's right. Then why should a doctor become a health secretary?
Sir,
Doctor only cures, treats. That's a small aspect of health.
Sir, I think that being in a medical profession, sir, I have been able to see the problems of the people more closely, and I can provide innovative
Complete
solutions.
well-being, yoga, Baba Ramdev, this would be health secretary. By your definition, you said WHO. That's the WHO definition. That is a correct definition, correct?
Yes, sir.
Tell me about SDG 3, Sustainable Development Goal number 3.
Sir, Sustainable Development Goal number 3 is regarding the women equality for.
Have you read it?
Sir, I am not able to.
So you tell that you are not
I'm
ready.
sorry, sir.
So why are you saying something that is health for all?
That help for us.
Correct? So you're not ready, so I'll not ask you a question on that. Okay. Now, your father has been in police service, correct?
Yes, sir.
And you belong to Punjab.
Yes.
Okay. So you must be knowing a lot of policing.
Yes.
What is 107 107/151 CRPC? 751 कॉलेज को भी सुने हो?
No, sir. I'm.
अच्छा कोई बात नहीं. Just let me know, what is the issue of SOIL? And Supreme Court has already given a verdict. So what is the problem? Why it is not being implemented? You know, Supreme Court's word is final.
Sir, kindly pardon, please, sir.
SOIL.
SOIL.
SYL.
SYL. Sir, the issue is regarding that from the Haryana side, the part of the canal has been completed, but the Punjab is denying to give water, citing its own.
Why Punjab
demands.
don't want to listen to the Supreme Court? Already adjudication is done.
Yes, sir, but
Punjab is above the Supreme Court.
No, sir, that is not the case. But sir, implementation has not yet taken place.
Why? That's the question.
Because sir, water and sanitation is a state subject, and
And implementing Supreme Court's order is a huge job.
yes, sir, but citing its own domestic demands for the agriculture as well as for the daily needs of people, sir, the Punjab has been hesitant regarding this.
Okay. That will be all from my side for the time being.
Thank you, sir.
Yes, Krishan Kant. Tell me, in 10th you had 91%,
Yes, sir.
12th 91%, MBBS took 6 years because I can see your registration of
Yes, sir.
2014.
Yes.
All of a sudden dropped to 58%. What happened?
Sir, sir, in college, when I went to college, I got other opportunities. For example, participating in various health campaigns and other cultural events. So, a part of my energy, sir, went in engaging those events and opportunities and I took them as a venue for my personal development. That's why, sir, my percentage has dropped.
There's a drastic drop in your. And it took you 6 years to complete your MBBS?
No, sir, it actually took me 5.5 years,
5.5
but
years.
the COVID came in between. Therefore,
Okay.
there was a delay.
Another thing I can see is your father is in Delhi Police.
Yes, sir.
Okay. And then also your choice for IPS is third.
Yes, sir.
So why so? Means you must have, your father is always a hero to everyone. You must have
Yes.
seen your father. You have very good build to be an IPS officer coming from this northern side. Why not IPS is your first choice?
Sir, reason for that is that by being in the administrative services, sir, I'll get more diverse opportunities to engage with people. And
Police is also, we have seen that various welfare campaigns, health campaigns organized by police as well. Many of the places, police have played a more proactive role in what you are saying, the welfare part.
yes, sir. But, sir, in my experience, sir, the way I have imbibed different values in my medical profession, I think of my suitability more for the Indian administrative services. However, if given a chance to serve in Indian police services, sir, I'll accept it with my whole heart. And since it was a matter of preference, I gave more preference to the Indian administrative service.
Tell me about the land revenue system that was opted by the British.
Sir, the land revenue system opted by the British were basically three types. One was the permanent settlement system. One was the Rayatwari, secondly, and third was the Mahalwari system. Sir, and
What is absentee landlordism?
sir, absentee landlordism is a condition in which the actual landlord of the actual owner of the land does not reside in the village, but he has moved into the urban areas, and his only interest in the land is to extract revenue from those who are cultivating on his land.
So what is the reason that if you see the pre-independence India,
Yes, sir.
it has been marked with numerous famines, and those famines were of such a large scale that millions of people died in the span of a year. What were the reasons for those famines?
Sir, there are
Especially in the first half of the 19th century.
So there are multiple reasons, sir. So the first being that there was no technological investment in the agriculture taken up by British, and secondly, sir, the subsistence land, sir, was diverted towards various other crops, such as the indigo and other commercial crops. Since Indian farmer was basically based on subsistence, this was one of the major reasons that led to famine. Third reason is that, sir, diverting of food grains towards the various wars that British Empire was fighting at that time, which created a deficiency of stock in.
Referring to the first half of the 19th century.
Sir, even in those times, the Britishers were also involved in various imperialistic wars in which these grains were exported to a large extent, and sir, plus there were many diseases which were not given ample of attention by British.
Mr. Krishan Kant,
Yes, sir.
you are from Delhi.
Yes,
You are a
sir.
medical student. There is Sir Gangaram Hospital nearby.
Yes, sir.
Who is Sir Gangaram?
Sir, I am not aware of that.
Not aware of that.
Sir, I'm not able to recollect it.
Very famous. He has a lot of contribution to this region.
Yes, sir.
Anyhow, talking about your DAF, this Danix service, Group B, comes at a fairly high place.
Yes.
What is the reason of choosing Group B service over many Group A services?
Sir, because sir, it will give me an opportunity to serve the diverse places, and since it gives me an opportunity to stay in Delhi, that's why I preferred for it, because I have a cultural connection with this place and I understand the local problems very well.
But the IAS cadre, any cadre you could have got, then you will go to Mizoram even.
Yes,
That
sir.
you are willing to go. But other services may be less troublesome and you are starting at one level above, 10 years above the Group B services. Why you want to degrade to Group B? class 1 to class 2.
Yes.
You understand? Class 1 then what's the reason?
Sir, I prefer the administrative service. I have given preference to sir
All
administrative.
administration, government, nothing but administration only.
Yes, sir. Sir, I am not able to.
Administration, management, that is the government. That is what we do. Implement the law.
Yes, sir.
Two, three things everywhere.
Yes, sir.
Okay?
Yes,
You are
sir.
not convinced. You are not able to convince me.
Sir,
Okay.
sorry.
Have you heard of old pension scheme and new pension scheme?
Yes, sir.
What is the difference?
So the difference is that in old pension scheme, there is no contribution from the side of the pensioner. But in the new pension scheme, sir, there is some percentage that the employee has to contribute from his side. That will be further annually annuited to create pension.
Okay. You suppose you are posted in state, and state government, the government employees are wanting to revert to old pension. Your secretary say, your chief minister you say, you hold a meeting with staff association and convince them the new pension scheme is better than old pension scheme, so that they should withdraw their demands. How will you convince them?
Sir, firstly, I would make data available regarding the returns on the new pension scheme as compared to the old pension scheme. And secondly, and make them understand that given the circumstances of the state and the fiscal deficit, the old pension scheme is not viable. And even if we bring old pension scheme, for fulfilling the fiscal deficit, its negative implications will come on the other things.
But they don't listen. They listen their own interest. First point, see, can you further sell the detail? How you will see the return of new pension scheme will be more than old pension scheme. Only then they will be convinced.
Yes,
How
sir.
you will tell? Example.
Sir, by bringing comparative statistics, comparing the old pension returns. and-
1,000 rupees compounded for 30 years at 10%
Yes,
will be
sir.
much higher.
Yes, sir.
You calculate. See the figures. Tell them. Nobody telling them.
Yes, sir.
People here want safety. Okay.
Yes.
One last question. Have you heard of China Plus One?
Yes, sir.
What is China Plus One?
Sir, China Plus One is initiative where there has been attempts to make the global supply chain disintegrated with China and insulated from the Chinese presence. The idea came during the real estate crash in the Chinese market, and it was felt that the negative implications of the happenings in the China has a widespread effect throughout the globe. So to insulate the supply chains, this initiative was brought in action.
Thank you.
Okay. You're Krishan Kant.
Yes, sir.
How do you bring down the healthcare expenditure for normal people? How do you bring it down?
Sir, healthcare expenditure can be brought down by the following steps. Firstly, we have to promote good nutrition. Secondly, sir, education, so that people take up good practices in their daily life. And third is, sir, addressing various neglected tropical diseases such as worm infestation. And sir, fourth would be to bring more public-private partnerships in action so that the cost is equitably shared.
You gave a definition about health. For health, you gave a definition.
Yes, sir.
Do you have a definition for well-being?
Yes, sir. Sir, well-being includes multiple facets. Basically, physical health social health, but it is, sir, more centered towards the notion of mental, social, as well as the spiritual health of an individual.
Okay. You mean to say health and well-being are almost same because you gave the same definition for health as well.
Yes, sir. They are almost synonymous.
Okay. So they are synonymous. Fine. What is the spending of the government as of now on health? Government spending.
Sir.
As a percentage of GDP.
Sir, currently, sir, current in 2022 budget it is 89,155 crore.
Percentage of GDP.
Sir, that comes out to be 1.8.
Is it sufficient?
No, sir, it is not.
What should it be like? What percentage should it be like?
Sir, the economic survey of 2022 has suggested around 2.5 to 3%.
According to you, is that sufficient?
Sir, yes, sir, it is sufficient because the problems in health sector cannot be solved in one day. It requires continuous spending over a period of time, and it requires a lot of dynamic approach. So, a medium level of investment along with other acceptance of other dynamic technologies, it can work very well for us.
Great. Your extracurricular activities, one of them is HIIT,
Yes, sir.
high intensity interval training.
Yes, sir.
What is that all about?
Sir, it is a type of exertion that includes high intensity periods of high intensity workout followed by a period of relaxation, and it is very beneficial for one's health as it produces sir, good cardiac tolerance. Therefore, it is very beneficial.
Strength training, HIIT, are they pretty much the same?
No, sir, strength training is a part of HIIT, and strength training is one of the facets, and there are other trainings as well. For example, there is multiple regimes like Tatsuwa regimes and other, which includes strength training as well as some other exercises as well.
Okay. Listening to self-improvement podcast is what you have written.
Yes, sir.
Can you tell me what self is? What is the self?
Sir, the self is a collection of my physical and my mental attributes, and which help me navigating the world every day, and the responses that are generated due to certain stimuli is.
Then what is a personality?
Sir, personality is the outlook of an individual, how an individual perceives a particular stimuli or an event, and what are his responses to that stimuli. For example, how an individual acts in an emergency or
And
other.
what's the character?
Sir, character includes the important values, and sir, character basically a reflection of an individual self only, and which shows how individual react in certain circumstances and what values one uphold in life.
Thank you.
Thank you. Please. So, Dr. Luna, tell me, how do you feel your interview went?
I'll say good.
It was good.
Sir, close to.
Say it loudly how you feel it.
Sir, I'm still processing.
Still processing. Very good. Excellent. The thing, only a couple of points I would make, rest my colleagues will. While you are talking, don't be so serious. Bring some life into the conversation, right?
Yes.
About general knowledge, of course, you will have to work a little more, especially on new things which are there. For example, you answered one question on China plus one.
Yes, sir.
Simple answer is that people are looking to diversify the production or value chains from China to other countries.
Yes.
Means you will stay in China, but at the same time they have got plus one.
Yes.
So that's something is very important. They might ask questions on Ayurveda, alternative medicine and all that, since you are a doctor.
Yes.
Right? And some other questions, like answers to why you want to join, there I think you need to work a little more.
Yes.
Krishan, this will be your first interview in UPSC, or you've done
Yes,
that?
sir, it is my first interview.
And how have you fared in the written test?
Sir,
Mains.
Sir, I did well, sir.
You did
As
well.
per me.
Okay. I feel you have to work hard a little. You have to prepare yourself for it. When is your interview?
Sir, the dates have not come yet.
So you have time
Yes,
to
sir.
prepare. See, because you are a doctor,
Yes, sir.
there will be quite a few questions on health.
Yes.
Okay?
Yes, sir.
I asked you about SDG 3,
Yes, sir.
health for all.
Yes,
You have not read the Sustainable Development Goal. What are the targets? What the government is doing?
Yes.
So I suggest you go through the annual report of the Ministry of Health.
Yes.
Just glance to that. You will get many ideas because generally you know what is happening in health sector. So you will get the information. The other is go through the economic survey on the health sector.
Yes.
So what is new, what is latest, what is important in health sector, you know. Because any question will come, people will definitely ask you that.
Yes,
Okay. You belong to Punjab.
Sir,
The,
I live in Delhi. Sir.
you live in Delhi, but you belong to Punjab.
So my mother belongs.
So, your father, okay, is from East Delhi. Your mother is related to Punjab.
Yes, sir.
That could be few questions on Punjab.
Yes, sir.
So, topics which are important to Punjab,
Yes.
including Khalistan movement,
Yes, sir.
including West Punjab, the current affairs, international knowledge. Not that the whole thing will be. Whatever is going on in the newspapers, current thing, you must read up.
Yes, sir.
You belong to Delhi.
Yes, sir.
Issues concerning the Delhi government, Delhi administration, Union Territory of Delhi, and of national importance, you should be knowing.
Yes, sir.
Your father belonged to Delhi police,
Yes, sir.
and you are given IPS as a choice.
Yes, sir.
Issues concerning the police,
Yes, sir.
that you must be really doing. There will be questions on economics and many other things. My colleagues will tell you about that. So be prepared on that. Okay?
Yes, sir.
Now, you gave a very good answer about how to reduce the healthcare expenditure.
Yes, sir.
But 2-3 simple things you didn't say, like vaccination, timely vaccination, correct?
Yes, sir.
Early detection.
Yes, sir.
For example, we are not giving certain vaccines that are optional vaccines.
Yes.
If they're available, how much it costs for the country? Okay? So try to give that kind of things. Regarding Danix as a choice,
Yes, sir.
you said that you want to be in Delhi, that's why you give Danix. See, most of the services that you didn't opt for, there you don't get transferred. You remain only in Delhi. In Danix, you could be transferred.
Yes, sir.
So, when you are giving an answer,
Yes.
think. Because that, then your honest opinion, honesty will come. You mostly gave Danix because you know people in Danix get into IAS, correct?
Yes, sir. That was.
So be honest in your answer.
Sir, I forgot to mention.
Oh, no, you said I want to be in Delhi.
Sir, that is the primary reason. Because,
There are certain central services where most of the vacancies are in Delhi only.
sir, I,
So if you are in Indian Trade Service, you will be mostly in Delhi. There are very few posts outside,
yes.
and some will be okay. Now, Ganga Ramji, the question was asked.
Yes, sir.
Primarily because you have Punjab connection. You should knowing who was Sir Gangaram, who was Dayal Singh ji, who were Tribune newspapers. There are certain icons. And Delhi, at a particular point of time, was Punjab. The structure of Delhi might have changed, but the people who will be in the interview board are 60 plus. For them, Delhi has a very important Punjabi component. Okay, so that you should be knowing. The old pension scheme, new pension scheme. You said only contribution. No, old pension is assured kind of thing. You get 50% of your last paid run. You should be knowing all this kind of thing. So, the rest of the thing my colleagues will tell you. Read minimum 2 newspapers. One should be an economic newspaper. You have to really work a lot.
Yes, sir.
Okay?
Yes.
Because if you've done well in mains, is the interview mark will decide which service you land up.
Yes,
Okay? So.
So one thing you should not forget that you are not making policy, you are implementing policy.
Yes, sir.
Don't make it try to be a policy maker.
Yes, sir.
You are not.
Yes, sir.
ठीक है? Faithful, rightful implementation of the policy is my duty. Okay. And your current affairs and financial things, economic, international भी ज़्यादा क्वेश्चन पूछे नहीं गए. तो मुझे नहीं पता where do you stand, but read more about it. Read 2-3 newspapers, including one finance paper, and YouTube channels, some beyond TV type international news, and note down bullet points.
Okay.
each article or each YouTube video, note 5, 6, 10 bullet points. And then you can revise at the time near the interview.
Yes.
To use the time for that purpose, otherwise you are good.
Thank you, sir.
I say that a bit of confidence was lacking. I don't know why. This is your first interview.
Yes, sir.
And how many mocks have you given?
So this is my third mock.
How you feel yourself in 3? How will you rank all your 3 interviews based on your performance?
Sir, this one was a little lower than the other ones.
Any particular reason? Where was the last mock you gave?
Sir, in Chanakya's.
When?
Sir, today only.
Today only.
In
so
morning.
This is your second mock in the same day.
Yes, sir.
Yes, bro. Also, whenever like sir said, most of the things have been said. But I feel that on certain points you were doing guesswork. So that is something which is not very desirable when you're giving. Either you know it or you don't know it. Don't fall somewhere in between, because that will lead to another, chain of questions which may not be very pleasant to you in the boardroom. So try to be more confident.
Yes, sir.
Start practicing speaking in front of mirror, looking into yourself. You're a doctor, so no need to tell about that, but yes, you need to work on that as well.
Thank you, sir.
One thing I observed was your hands have stayed that way all throughout. So whenever the question was sort of a difficult question, there was this wringing of hands. Otherwise, they were stable. This
Yes.
is one thing. And there is no rule as such you have to hold your hands like that. Okay, you can be free somewhat. Second thing is the looking at the desk when you are thinking.
Yes.
Yes?
Yes, sir.
And you do that a lot. Okay? And I asked you a particular question towards the end. How to bring down the healthcare expenditure.
Yes, sir.
You could have, taken some 3 seconds, 4 seconds, thought about it and then started. You could have started answering later. What you did is you jumped to answer.
Yes,
3
sir.
points you gave, you got stuck at the 4th point.
Yes.
Yes?
Yes,
That
sir.
was not a necessity. You could have taken some time, reflect on it and then, proceed with your answer. That could have been done. Okay?
Yes.
So that's about it. Thank you.
Thank
Did
you.
well.
So one final thing, sir. He's wearing a thread in the hand.
Yes.
Something to do with religion, isn't it?
Yes.
So that could be a volley of religious question. So you should be knowing the answer to that. The people in the board will be also knowing a lot of religion.
Yes, sir.
So anything that you are doing, 2-3 questions, be prepared. I'm not saying they remove it.
थोड़ा नया धागा बांध के आइए अगर
नया भागा वही
क्वेश्चन तैयार
कोई पूछेगा तो बोल सकते हो ना, क्यों होता है, क्या होता है, उसका फायदा क्या है, नुकसान क्या है.
नहीं तो इसको कवर कर लीजिए. यदि आंसर देने हैं तो तभी इसको आगे दिखाइए. बोर्ड के दिमाग में इसी तक आपको देख के क्वेश्चन आते हैं
सही बात.
आपके और आपके डैफ को.
वो मंत्र जो पढ़ता है उसका अर्थ भी कोई पूछ लेगा.
तो उसको बाजू के नीचे कर लीजिए.
जिनो राजा बलि विद्ध. So you don't know what question will be asked.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so they want to see your composure, your behavior and things like that. So plan your move, just like my colleague said. Think what are the questions, practice before a mirror, do it. It's a serious business.
Yes, sir.
Okay?
Yes, sir.
All the best.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.